Hey, this is the all-new 2015 Nissan NV. This is a 2500 model. They make this in a 1500, a 2500, or 3500 standard roof or high roof. This is a 2500 high roof with what they call an SV trim level. They've got two different trim levels, an S and an SV. The SV comes standard with things like power windows, power door locks, electric outside mirrors, cruise control. So a lot of people like that trim package a lot more. You can see the raised roof. What's kind of neat with this is you can stand up inside the back of the van if you're 6'4" or below. So it's just a really neat feature. Nissan came out this year with the 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. It's the best in the industry. So now for 5 years or 100,000 miles, engine, transmission, drivetrain, steering components, air conditioning, window motors, all that kind of stuff is covered by the 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. If you look back here in the back, some of the innovations that Nissan came up with when they were designing this vehicle, they started doing this about 10 years ago. And they asked the guys that actually use them, hey, what are some things that you need or want? And so they came up with some of these features. One of them has got little magnets on the back of the doors, and so if I'm down at the beach or something like that and I've got a light wind that's blowing around and I'm reaching in here to get my stuff out, I don't have to worry about the door swinging around and hitting me in the back because there's a little magnet right here that's going to catch it. So that's kind of a neat feature that Nissan thought about. Kind of a small item, but again, if you ever had a door swing around and hit you in the back of the legs, it's a nice feature to have. If you jump up inside here, again, if you're 6'4" or below, again, you're not bending over. So older guys like me that have been in the back of cargo vans for years, crawling around on our knees and stuff, what's kind of neat with this is now we can stand up and our backs are okay. The body was built with Adrian steel in mind, and there's 57 pre-drilled holes back here. So shelving, that's one of the options that you get with NV products. And so you get a standard bulkhead and 3 sets of shelves, but then anything you need, ladder racks, inside ladder racks, additional shelving. It's got tie downs down here. So Adrian Steel made this, and it kept the integrity of the body in check because you've got these pre-drilled holes. You're not drilling into the body of the van. Lots of additional lighting back here, which is kind of neat. So if you're working at night, you've got additional lights. Over here there's a little inverter, so you can look at that, and that's for a power tool that's battery operated maybe, or if you've got your laptop computer, you can always plug that in back here and use it. That's kind of a neat feature. This center console was kind of neat with this. This moves forwards or backwards, but just in case you're not going to use that, that'll come out with 6 bolts real quickly, but everybody's found it to be very useful, if nothing else, for a tray for lunch to eat off of. It also opens up, and there's another one of those inverters inside, and there's another power outlet, and there's also a great place to hang folders or files, things like that inside that center console. The seat over here will fold flat, so you can put your printer on top of that. The material they use is stain resistant. There's little side bolsters on the side, so that wear pattern where you're getting in and out fairly frequently, you don't have to worry about holes. You remember those vans from days ago that everybody would have little holes in the side of the seats because they would wear that area. Nissan knew about that, so again, in their development, they came up with little things like those side bolsters. These are the most comfortable seats in the industry. They're almost like conversion van seats. They're big, they're wide, they're comfortable. So if you're spending the whole day in the seat as you're driving down the road, these are the most comfortable seats you can get. The other thing that you notice real quick when you're sitting up front is that the engine's pushed up front. So all the other old vans that we were used to, you're sitting on top of the engine. And so what Nissan did, again, for a couple of reasons, they pushed everything out front. So for maintenance and service, it's easier to get to, but also you've got more passenger compartment, and so it's a lot more comfortable up front for you. Again, you can put about 3,000 pounds back here. You know, that's the payload. They've got little things like tie-down hooks down here that'll hold about 1,100 pounds a piece. They made the wheel wells flat so you can put things on top of it. Again, those doors will open up. If you've got a forklift coming in with a pallet, you can kind of pull it inside here, and a full-size pallet will fit right inside here with that forklift. These panels that come with the SV panel make it real, SV package, make it real quiet on the interior. The towing capacity with the standard 6-cylinder engine, which is a beast of an engine, is a 4.0 liter V6 engine. It'll tow about 7,000 pounds. If you go up to the V8 option, which is a 5.6 liter V8, you can tow about 9,500 pounds. And so, depending on your load capacity, what you're trying to do, you either go to that V6 engine with a 3/4 ton, or you can go up to that 1 ton chassis with the V8 engine if you're really hauling a heavy load. If we go around to the side here, there's kind of a neat feature I wanted to show you with the side door. See how those are kind of swing closed like that. You get glass in the back if you'd like to. You can also get glass in the sliding door. This track, they kind of thought about it, you know, with Ford and Chevy. A lot of people used to go to cargo doors on the side because the sliding doors they had, after a year of usage, they would stop sliding. That's because the track that Ford and Chevy used to use was down at the bottom, and it would collect dirt and trash, and then it would go off track when you were opening up the door. So Nissan, again with their innovation, they put the track up at the top so it doesn't catch things. And so when you open it up, it slides easy to get to. You close up. This is the only door that's available. They don't offer the cargo doors because they don't need it. What's kind of neat with the sliding door, again, if you're in an alley or a tight spot, it's easier to get things in and out with that side door. This particular one's got the power windows and power door locks. I told you a little bit about the seat that would fold forward. See, that'll fold flat. Then you can put stuff on top of it. These are those side bolsters I talked about that protect the interior. Then you can look at all the inside, all the space, the large glove box, you know, the cup holders, that center console. Overhead, there's storage also for things like hats, or again, a computer, a laptop, a coat, things like that are in the overhead storage bin. And you've also got deep map pockets down here on the side. So you can put a lot of storage in there, a lot of things in the side doors also. So they thought a lot about everything they needed to do with the van before they produced it. And they started doing that back in 2012. So this is our 3rd year. And what's happening with the product is a lot of guys are buying one, they're putting them in service, they're putting 50,000 miles on them, and then they're coming back and getting another one because they see what kind of service and dependability they're going to get from the van. We have one of these at our test track over in Canton, Mississippi. It's got over 800,000 miles on it. And what they're doing, they're just driving this over these test tracks, and they're trying to come up with things that might go wrong with it, and they're not having any problems. And that's why people are coming back and getting another one and another one. We have the largest brakes in the industry. Largest tires. Again, you got everything up front here, and if you look under the hood, you'll notice a lot of space up front, and that's again for service in the future. It makes it a lot easier. Here at Alliance Nissan, we've got a dedicated tech, and what he does is when you come in with your service vehicle, his charge is to drop whatever he's doing, get your vehicle in and out of the shop as quickly as possible, because we know the downtime for a business is a bad thing. And so we'll try to loan you a vehicle. We usually have some in stock, and so we'll give you something to drive if it's something that takes overnight to do. But our charge to the tech in the back, that's a dedicated NV technician, is for him to get that vehicle in and out of here as quickly as possible. Anyway, the best cargo vehicle in the industry. I've been involved with the auto industry for about 30 years, and with commercial vehicles like this for about 20, 25 years. And this is the best thing that's on the market. and we're just trying to get that word out. So yeah, the best thing you can do is come by Alliance Nissan, take one for a test drive, and it kind of sells itself.